The year is 1923. The Great War, a conflict so devastating it shook the very foundations of Europe, had finally ended 5 years prior. Victorious but weary, the Allied nations, France, Britain and the United States, imposed harsh penalties on defeated Germany. The Treaty of Versailles, signed in 1919, held Germany solely responsible for the war and demanded crippling reparations payments. The German economy, already shattered by years of warfare, struggled under the weight of these reparations. Immense payments in gold, coal and other resources were to be delivered to the Allies, primarily France. The German people, burdened by economic hardship and resentful of the treaty's terms, grew increasingly disillusioned. This volatile mix of resentment, economic instability and political turmoil set the stage for the Ruhr Crisis, a pivotal event that would have lasting consequences for Germany and Europe. The Treaty of Versailles, signed in the Palace of Versailles just outside Paris, was meant to ensure lasting peace. However, its harsh terms for Germany sowed the seeds of future conflict. Germany was forced to accept full blame for the war, a bitter pill to swallow for many Germans. The treaty stripped Germany of territory, reducing its industrial capacity and access to vital resources. Most significantly, it saddled Germany with massive reparation payments to compensate the Allies for wartime damage. These reparations, totaling billions of gold marks, were a crushing burden on the already struggling German economy. The German government, facing economic collapse and social unrest, fell behind on its reparation payments to France in 1922. This default, citing their inability to pay, enraged the French, who viewed it as a deliberate provocation. The stage was set for a confrontation that would further escalate tensions between Germany and France. In January 1923, frustrated by Germany's failure to meet its reparation obligations, French and Belgian troops marched into the Ruhr Valley. This region, the industrial heartland of Germany, was rich in coal mines and factories vital to the German economy. The occupation, a bold and controversial move by French Prime Minister Raymond Poincaré, aimed to force Germany's compliance by seizing control of its industrial output. The French occupation of the Ruhr was met with outrage in Germany. The German government, led by Chancellor Wilhelm Kuno, called for passive resistance. German workers and officials were ordered to refuse cooperation with the occupying forces. Miners and factory workers went on strike, bringing industrial production in the Ruhr to a standstill. The occupation quickly escalated into a battle of wills, with both sides entrenched in their positions. Section 4. German resistance and hyperinflation, the price of defiance. While passive resistance stiffened German resolve, it came at a heavy price. The loss of industrial output from the Ruhr crippled the German economy. To support striking workers and their families, the German government began printing vast amounts of paper money. This desperate measure, intended to provide relief, instead ignited hyperinflation on an unprecedented scale. The German mark, once a stable currency, went into freefall. Prices soared astronomically, wiping out the savings of the middle class and plunging millions into poverty. People needed wheelbarrows full of banknotes to buy basic necessities. Images of children building towers with stacks of worthless currency became a stark symbol of Germany's economic collapse. The social and political consequences of the Ruhr crisis were devastating.